So here we are, the home of the knitted woolen jacket. Just coming into Cardigan now. Right, just crossed the border back into Pembrokeshire. Just going to pull over here. Have a look at the map. See if I need to fiddle with the sat-nav. Right, I have reconfigured the sat-nav because what we're going to do now is come off this main road, the A487. When we get to Egglesborough, we're going to hang a left into the Pembrokeshire Coast National Park proper down the B4329. There's no big places to aim at there, so I've had to sort of fiddle the sat-nav to make it happen. So let's go and have a look. See why Simon Weir thought it was worth having the little detour. I think it takes us more over those mountains, which would be quite nice. Let's go take a look. Oh, these roads. Here we are. Egglesborough. Somebody's going to have to tell me how you actually pronounce that one. That is completely impossible. Right, this is my turn to Kenarth or Senarth, which takes me over that slightly more mountainous route and away from this quite busy A487, which I'll rejoin later en route to Fishguard. Maybe it's not that one according to the sat-nav, it's the next one. This is the one, B4329. A little bit of a detour. Get the right gear, we're off. Oh yes, this is looking good. Oh, it's so nice to be out of the way of that traffic. That A road was all very nice and fast and sweepy, but yeah, it was quite busy. Goodness knows what it's like at the height of the holiday season. It's a nice road through here though. Still takes us to Fishguard eventually, just via a slightly more circuitous route. Oh, hello, camper van alert. Can I see past it? Not enough yet. They're so cool, these VW campers, aren't they? But they are so slow. I can't remember what size engine they are, but they ain't big. You're not getting anywhere in a hurry in one of those, but you are doing it in style. Just reminds me what an excellent bike the GS is. I've always described it as my favourite bike in that it does everything well. It's the best all-rounder I've come across. And for trips like I've done this last couple of days, so a big motorway blat to get here. Absolutely fine blatting down the motorway, very comfortable. And then when you get to these twisty turnies, great fun as well. There's so few other bikes that do all this so well, and if you wanted to, you'd go off-road as well, but I ain't gonna do that. Well, I'm sure there's some cracking off-road trails around here. Just caught some amazing views in the mirror behind again as we gain some height. I'm expecting to run out of battery power any moment. I'm on my third battery of 5, so I'm going to have to start eking things out now. And when I last looked, this had about 10% left, so it could die at any moment. Right, opportunity knocks. Oh, what a cracking mountain road this is. Look at that ribbon of tarmac snaking up there. Superb. Yeah, very much like Dartmoor here. Ta-da! Check that out, folks. What a view. Look at that. It's clear. Woohoo! Oh, now This is what we want, eh? Oh, that was great. Okay, and a little sneaky right to get us to Fishguard. Alright, new battery on board, a few hobnobs imbibed, and a bit of rehydration, and all is well. Look at this snaking road up towards Fishguard. Brilliant. So I reckon on this tour I've got about another 60 miles to do, something like that, so probably going to take me another couple of hours. What's the time now? It's 4:45. 4:45. I should be back at the hotel by 6. That'll be perfect. Mind you, I may stop for a few pickies on the way, so it may be slightly later. So I wonder what your ideal day's riding is in terms of length. As I mentioned, this was 190 miles in total. And of course, because the roads, some of them have been quite narrow and windy like this, it takes you a long time to cover that. So I left home about, I think it was 10 past 9, something like that. As I say, I'll be home about 6. So what's that, 9 hours in the saddle, plus I've had a few stops and breaks. To me, I wouldn't want to do any more than that. That's about right. Maybe ideal world, I would say 150 miles on terrain and roads like this, because it does take a while to cover the ground, as I say. Some people I know like to do massive miles, but to me that takes the fun out of it. I like to do like I've done here, just take in these stunning views, stop, take a few pictures, have a break when I fancy it, and not feel that I've got any time pressure. And if I'm out on tour with Mrs. Fly on the back, then I do even less than that. I would plan to do probably about 100 miles a day max, because I know she likes lots of leg stretch breaks and coffee stops and all that, and that's absolutely fine with me. It's supposed to be fun at the end of the day, isn't it? It's not an endurance challenge. It is so good to be back out on the bike though. Ooh, loose chippings. Not good. It's definitely worth doing this little detour on these B roads to get to Fishguard rather than do the direct route on the A road. Good call, and something I wouldn't have necessarily thought about doing if I'd planned the route myself. Once again, where Simon Weir's book Bikers Britain comes in so handy. Oh, what a glorious day. It's good for the soul. Ooh, quick! I don't know if you can see it, a couple of clouds ahead, probably can't see it on the GoPro, those long thin slithers up there, they're called lenticular clouds. They're favourites of mine. I don't get to see them very much in the UK because they form particularly downwind of mountain ranges. They're also known as rotor clouds, and they show where rotors are forming, often the sort of place where gliders would want to go, but aircraft probably don't. I do love a lenticular, me. That and a mammaris, my favourite clouds. Gosh, you learn so much watching the Michelin Fire, don't you? And if you don't know what a mammaris cloud is, look it up. You'll thank me for it, trust me. Ooh, Mum, I can see the sea. Now there's another view. And this, folks, is Fishguard. Let's see if we can go down this way and have a look. I'm not sure what the best route is for views, but we'll see. Let's try down here. I'm actually going the wrong way. I want to go to St David's from here, but I just wanted to have a little look down here at the sea view. Look at this. Never been to Fishguard before? It'd be rude not to have a little look to check it out, wouldn't it? Oh, that is beautiful. Another of these little port towns. Excellent. This is the lower town. Let's see why it's called that. Right, let's go and turn around in the car park, which looks like it has a good view of the harbour too. Wow, check this out. Cool, huh? I like. Quick stop for a snap. Be rude not to. Well, welcome to Fishguard. What a cool place, eh? Check out this harbour, eh? I don't know what it is about boats and harbours, but they always make for great photographs, don't they? Another fabulous little spot. What a gem Wales is. Hugely underrated, I think. Right, back to the bike and onwards. Right, so that's Fishguard. Lovely. Lovely little spot. Far superior, dare I say, to New Quay earlier. But anyway, depends what you like, I guess. But I'll take that any day. Right, I think I've got to head back this way. Next place we're aiming for, St David's, somewhere else I've never been. Well, what a cool place that was. Like that lot. I bet that looks so different when the tide's in as well. And all those boats are floating and suddenly it feels a lot tighter there. Beautiful spot in the sunshine though. It's quite a reasonable sized town up here. Cool. Ah, that's where you get the ferry to Wick. Or somewhere in Ireland anyway. You've got to love sat-navs, haven't you? Sometimes they take you places that don't always make sense. Thank you. I wouldn't want to meet a combine harvester coming the other way here. I wouldn't want to meet a cyclist coming the other way here. I'm sure it'll all make sense eventually. This is one crazy road, man. Hello. Friendly local. Right, what's happening here? Good question. Ah, down there looks of it. That'll be the main road. Thank goodness for that. That was tight, man. Right, St David's, here we come. Wow. What a road. Okay, this is the city of St David's, apparently Britain's smallest city. Here in Britain we classify cities as things that have cathedrals, so presumably there's St David's Cathedral here somewhere. Who knew that? Well, I'm presuming the people of St David's knew that, but I didn't know that. So I'm not sure what there is to see here. It's Haverfordwest I want after this, so I'll head to the centre of town, as it were, or the centre of the city I should say, and then I'll look for signs for Haverfordwest, which is our next waypoint. Quite busy on a Tuesday evening. Excellent. Should be at Haverfordwest at about 5 o'clock. Well, let's take a quick gander at St David's first. Can't see any signs for the cathedral. Blimey, all these people here enjoying an ice cream in the sunshine. Why not? pasty shop. All is well. Nice, that was my first time in St David's. What a city. Right, Haverfordwest. I've never been to either, but I only know of it because it's got a general aviation airfield. One of the very few that I haven't flown into, actually. So genuinely, or in this country, genuinely the first time I will have been there by any form of transport. The sunshine is out. Wow, look at that view. Don't know if you saw that there. The sea over to my right. Absolutely stunning. It's like a vineyard up there. Surely not. Wow, this road is so steep. The GoPro just flattens these out, but it's like an absolute roller coaster through there. So just down this road en route to Haverfordwest is the village of Solva, which is one of the places that in the book Bikers Britain Simon Weir says is well worth a visit if you've got time to check it out. So I'm not sure I'm going to be stopping there. As time is getting on, and I'm getting a bit tired, to be honest, but we'll have a look as we go through. Here it is, Solva. It's quite amusing because it looks like it's bigger than the city of St David's. Cracking views across those buildings. You probably didn't see them on the GoPro, of cliffs and the bay there. Just looks amazing, and I guess is what makes this place attractive. Some of these properties will have great views at the back. I don't know if we're going to get to see them on this road though, alas. Or perhaps we will, I don't know. What we got here? Interesting. Oh wow, an amazing harbour there with the tide out, so not much to see with the water out. Looks like a nice pub down there as well with tables. Yeah, I've just come through there at the wrong time of day. I think when the tide would be in, that would just be a beautiful, beautiful harbour. Oh well, I'll have to come back another time. I'll bring Mrs. Fly here and we'll check it out. It's very pretty here, that's for sure. Look at the colours of these places. Oh, a type of place. Yeah, one or two nice looking pubs and stuff there. Very cool. Nice bit of countryside. And some more of these roller coaster roads. Annoying amount of traffic though still. Wow. Amazing view of the bay here. Look at that beach. Incredible. Doesn't appear to be anybody on it, and it's still warm. It's 20 degrees still. I'm surprised that beach isn't packed, but then I suppose it is a Tuesday evening. Seems to be plenty of people down there though, judging by the car parks. So. Well, what a stunning beach that is. Newgale this is. I don't think I've ever heard of Newgale before, but that has got to be one of the biggest beaches I've seen for a long time. It reminds me of Perranporth in Cornwall. It's that sort of deal. Looks like an ideal surfing beach. The waves coming in off the well, Irish Sea, I guess that is, not the Atlantic there, is it? Wow, stunning views of the islands over there. Very cool. Yeah, I'm liking that. Well, if you like your surfing, this is the place to come, I would have thought. On a campsite right there as a bonus if you're a camping surfer. Good times right there. Burgers and pizzas on site. I'll tell you what, something about that appeals. Like it. Just back to basics living. I like that sort of thing. Sounds good. Just not so keen on sleeping in a tent, but we'll skirt over that. Well, that was nice. Onwards. Right, here we are. Haverfordwest. or just the outskirts of. So the next one after Haverfordwest, Carew, C-A-R-E-W, via the A40. Right, A40 Narberth then. Let's do that. So it turns out Haverfordwest is a lot bigger than I anticipated, and I'm a bit lost. I do need to put something in the sat-nav that makes sense. Let's see what this sign says. Properly old school. Well, A40, St Clears or Fishguard. Well, I don't want Fishguard, let's go the other way. And we're on the final leg of the tour then. The last waypoint into the sat-nav is called Carew, C-A-R-E-W. No doubt I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And then from there it's a short hop to Tenby and back where we started. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that trip on the Tenby loop with me. Once again, if you fancy doing it, then check out Simon Weir's book, Bikers Britain Detours. I'll put a link below where you can get that, and you'll find the route in there. It's called the Tenby loop, as I say. How did I rate it? Well, I thoroughly enjoyed my day's ride. It's been quite a long ride, 190 miles as I say, about 7 hours in the saddle. You could break it into 2 days and do a lot less riding and a lot more sightseeing, but I think it works as a day looped route quite nicely. How does it stack up against other rides I've done in the UK? Well, okay, I'd say. It's not up there with Scotland, and it's not up there with North Wales or Mid Wales, I have to say. So if you fancy coming to Wales for your first bike trip, I wouldn't recommend necessarily doing that one as your first taste of Wales, because Wales has a lot more to offer, I believe. And that's no disrespect to the people of this area, because it is beautiful as well. It's on a par with, say, I don't know, the Yorkshire Moors, something like that. But places like the Peak District and the Lake District are more spectacular, and I think I'd probably rather go there first if I hadn't done them. That said, I'd never done the Pembrokeshire coast before. I'd never been to places like Fishguard and so on, and they're all very beautiful and definitely worth coming back one day on more of a sort of a touristy trip, maybe with Mrs. Flyer. But yeah, let me know what you think. Whether you think there are some other tours I should do in the UK that I've not yet done, let me know where they are. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, but there'll definitely be more trips and tours coming on the channel, and maybe I'll do up Northumbria, the borders, somewhere like that has been tickling my fancy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. After the final sort of credits, as it were, then I'll leave you with a few of the photographs that I took on this trip. Alright, that's it for now. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Until then, this has been the Mr. Flyer. Cheerio.